Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Siralim Ultimate. And in today's episode, I am a man on a mission. We are so close. We are so close to finishing the master achievements. All we need is one more construct master encounter. One realm, one lucky RNG roll, one chance encounter is all it would take. And in today's episode, we're gonna do something similar to what we did last episode, where we are just gonna run through these realms as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible as we can. Just hoping that it happens. The quicker we are, the better our chances, because the more realms we'll go through, the more masters we'll encounter, the better the chances that one of them will end up being a rare one. But there are no guarantees. This is an RNG dependent thing, so so with that in mind, it might not happen today. It could take several days. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because if it I mean, there's so many things I want to do in this game, but I don't want this cloud hanging over my head. I want to get these achievements done, and when they're done, then it would just make me feel so much better, right? Let's just try and lock in. We found one rare master last episode. All we need is one more. Just need to make this happen. How many rare masters are there? Well, there's the Mimic Master who we don't need, the Dumpling Master who we don't need, the Elemental Master who also we don't need, the Godspawn Master who finally last episode we found for the 10th and oh my god. What is your problem, dude? Motherfucker, this is fucking annoying. But this is a good chance for us to see our infinite mimic loop in action. We just need to hit this guy 20 times. If you've been watching this series, you know how I feel about damage caps. But at least this guy is a proper boss. So I will grudgingly allow it. It's just gonna take a while. And our mimic loop should never end, because there was a slight problem with it that I fixed by disabling a couple of our card bonuses, but oh my god, please stop. But yeah, we should be fine. So that's our boss killed. Ooh, I thought that was gonna be our master, but no, that's just a civilian. Hey, Competent Dreamshade 6. We just need to do 40 more realms, and then we'll get this achievement done. This is our master, Asura Master, not the Construct Master. You know what? It's fine. Let's just go immediately to the next realm. No reason to be slow. Let's just rush as quickly as we can. Do we need to... No, we don't need to kill candle enemies. Do we need to find buried treasure? We do. Alright, so I'll get that done. Convenient that the buried treasure is right next to the Pando Shrine. Got two things done at once, and that's going to be good for our Rune of Prophecies. Alright. Next realm. Is there a reason to hand in the Key Forge? Answer is kind of. So let's go back home. Let's do the Key Forge, let's do the gambling, and then we'll run back to the next realm. I think the speed was key in the last episode. We got so many rounds done. We beat 3 false gods. I don't know if we'll beat 3 in this episode, but we'll definitely do at least 2. Kino. I don't know why we didn't play Kino. I guess I must have just not like noticed the icon. All right. All right, that's done. And now let us mosey along to the next realm. We're gonna be taking out Saint Althea. I just want to get Saint Althea's anointments done. That's for when we have false gods to fight. But if we are asked to kill a specific false god, and if we have a fresh rune of prophecies, I'd be willing to kill somebody else, you know? Alright, we gotta find essences. We gotta find a master. We gotta do some stuff. That is the Mythicant master who has, like all of his master brethren of late, just been murdered instantly. Is there a reason to... Well, I mean, we gotta finish the realm quest. But aside from the realm quest, I don't think there's a reason to dilly-dally in this realm. So let's just get things finished. Where could things be? I mean, there's really only a couple places left. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Only one of our guys was silenced. That's good. Okay, let's go down here, maybe? Nope. Nothing there. Enemies are just constantly debuffing us. That's... whatever, that's fine. Alright, let's go here. Nothing here. Alright. I was trying to dodge that combat, but, you know, the enemy was anticipating my moves. Alright. Let us just go straight to the next realm. Yeah, there could be nether portals. But if the nether portal isn't immediately visible from, you know, the regions close to the, you know, spawn area, then chances are there isn't a nether portal in the realm. I don't know if they're going to change that for the next patch. Maybe, I hope not. It was nice having a reliable way to know if nether portals have spawned. Pando Shrine could be good. We don't need to find like a treasure golem or a dumpling or anything, so whatever, but you know. Oh, you summoned enemies, which is one of the most annoying things you could have done. Alright, we gotta find the master. We gotta find impacts. So those are the enemies in these caves. Imlers and Imlings. There's the other one. And let's find this master. It's even more exciting if you go into a realm and it doesn't say that there's a master, because that means usually that there is a nether encounter which will give you a triple master fight. which we've seen a couple of those in recent times. Didn't give us any rare masters, but you know, still nice to see. Okay, this realm is starting to annoy me a little bit just because of how disconnected it is. How hard it is to get from one place to another. Oh, treasure golem. I'll let him live because we don't need to fight treasure golems. Okay, it's like a treasure golem convention in this realm apparently. I'll let them be. They can I'm sure they have lots to catch up about. This is probably our master. The brownie master, in fact. We just killed a bunch of brownies and then we killed their master as well. So I'm gonna head home. I forgot to hand in the key forge. So let me do that. We're gonna leave the Goblet of Trials until the Rune of Prophecies is asking us to do it. Alright. Keyforge done, new Keyforge started. New realm commenced. Let's do this. Alright. Another master in this realm. These champion enemies are getting on my nerves. Because they're wasting a lot of our time. Do we need to... We do not need to answer riddle dwarves. The next creeper... Death? Okay. I wasn't confident, but... Oh my god. Shuffling the timeline. That's annoying. Gotta destroy habitats, which means going into these mini-boss areas. Just one of them, apparently. Alright. Now let's hunt down the Master. Alright. Okay. Could be here. But isn't, apparently. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. Let's keep things going. Oh, by the way, I should mention at the beginning, this episode is being recorded in advance, and I know patch 2.0 is being worked on right now, so it's possible that the patch comes out before this episode is uploaded. Like, if the patch comes out and if there's a long backlog of videos, I'll make a separate video just mentioning that. Oh, Vulpas, these guys are annoying because they're gonna do okay, good. I was gonna say they're annoying because they're gonna do stuff at the start of combat. And they did do stuff at the start of combat, but luckily, it wasn't too much stuff. Alright. Let's keep things going. Only 14 minutes into the episode, so we have we're making good time. 7 more enemies. And another master. Alright. Let's go into this large area. Oh. Cloth abominations are annoying. Because look how huge that guy's barrier was. You can dispel the barrier by casting like arbitration or or greater dispel. But it's still annoying. Oh my god, please, no more abominations, come on. Alright. What's the round quest? We gotta visit graves. This is our master, the Ghoul Master. Another easy kill. Wait. Are the graves the skull things? Or hang on, what are the graves? The graves? No, the graves are the gravestones. Yeah. Well, let's go to the left. Let's go up. Okay, nothing there. Okay, this is a huge realm. So let's get through it as quickly as we can. Here's a grave, here's a couple graves. Completing prophecy lines is also good. Grave number 4. And hopefully we run into the 5th one soon. There we go. And immediately jump to the next realm. Do we need to hand in a training mission? We do. So we'll hand that in and then start a new mission. And then we will stop handing in missions for the remainder of this Rune of Prophecies. We'll just hold on to them. Actually, no, we can't do that. I lied, we can't do that because we need one more mission to finish this thing. And probably the hunt mission is gonna do that. So did I not do my Keyforge mission? Hang on. That's the training done. Oh right, we're already doing a hunt. Right, both of these are done, so we will indeed not be handing in anything for the remainder of this Rune of Prophecies. The next Rune of Prophecies could be asking for any of these or even multiple of these. So I'm just gonna pick a random one. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. And let's go on and take out another boss. Wait, are we handing in our Rune of Prophecies or is there something we're waiting for? Oh, okay, we need to kill the creatures and we need to gain favor, which shouldn't be hard to do. Gaining favor, I suppose I should be interacting with more realm objects to get that done, and as for killing sorcery creatures, we can just summon them at the candle. That's not a problem. Okay. So if we're going to be waiting for a favor to be done, which we probably should, then I won't summon any sorcery creatures at the candle. I'll hope that we just get them done naturally as we go through the realms. And we need to hunt down the master as well, of course, who I think is going to be right here. The Ophan master. Alright. I am hitting all of these objects just to get a bit of favor. I guess I'll talk to you. Overcharge sounds like sorcery, but evidently is a nature spell. Okay, if you say so. So I guess we will be going around and exploring a little bit in this realm, just to make sure we hit all of the realm objects that give us favor. Like this. And that's all. I'm sure we donated already, so I'm just gonna go to a new realm. Saint Althea. Our first encounter with her for today's episode. And this is a good... Oh, Resurrect on Death is annoying, but we'll deal with it. We will deal with it. Unfortunately, we didn't find a lot of nether realms. That's pretty sad. I don't think you get favor for doing exotic realms. Okay, I guess we're doing this. We're giving her the 10%. Immune to attack damage, that's good. Mimic has gone down. Are you serious, man? Protected elites are fucking worst. The actual fucking worst. How are some of them dead and all of them... Some of them dead and some of them aren't? They should... maybe some of them had like slightly more like no. This is no. They should be all taking the same amount of damage. It has nothing to do with their defense, because we were already doing way more damage than whatever their defense was keeping. You know, like their defense comes into play, and despite their defense, we were obviously doing enough damage to kill them, and then we were capped at 25%. So all of them should be taking 25%. There must just be some off by one rounding situation. Like not off by one, just like a regular rounding situation. I mean, potentially could be off by one, but most likely it's just some of them are being rounded up, some of them are being rounded up, and some are rounded down. Let me check something. Do you get favor for beating an exotic realm? No, you don't. You get chests. Dumpling is worth taking out. And I guess if we're looking for favor, we'll do this. Are you... that's the third time this episode that you've just... The Pando Shrine has just summoned more enemies. Which is annoying, because more enemies means we get slowed down. I don't like that. Oh yeah, you definitely get favor for doing these. That much I know. You definitely get favor for picking up these. A lot of clocks means we're gonna get a lot of favor. And we get favor for these things. A 100 favor apiece. That's pretty good. And then we can stop farming favor. I mean, once we hit the requisite. Take 50% less damage is hurting us quite badly against those guys. I mean, when I say hurting us quite badly, I mean it made us take an extra turn. So that was the sorcery creatures killed. So all we need to do is get the favor, which should happen, honestly, just by beating the false god. There's the master. You know what? We've got a good item bonus, so let's do this. And let's take out Saint Althea. Yet again. So, immune to attack damage. Alright. So our infinite mimic loop should be enough to kill her. We'll just have to do this 10 times. Slow, but you know what? Worth it, I would argue, just to get good value out of killing the false god. You do get... This is a good way to get good nether stones. It's also a good way to get cards, but for now, until the next update is live on this save file... Oh, fuck off. She's resurrecting. But if she's resurrecting, she should resurrect with like 30% health, right? Yeah, okay. Well, that was needlessly annoying. But we got through it. Alright. Again, I'm just gonna pick whatever anointment is on top. Narrow or Harrow? Harrow, I think. 6 grand reputation. Nothing special in the loot. All we get is reputation. So we didn't get the nether realms, but we got everything else done. That means we are going to be handing in this Rune of Prophecies with 10 lines completed, which is pretty good. So let's hand this in. Let's not interact with the Goblet of Trials unless we absolutely need to. And we do need to, and in fact we do need to kill Impington Reborn, so that's good timing on this. Alright. Okay. We're doing good. And then I'm gonna have to see... we already have the correct setup for the druid. So I'm gonna switch to the druid, just so we can keep getting achievements as we're playing. Let me just check our anointments. I'm gonna take Brewmaster's Handshake off, and I'm gonna put Singleton on, because it'll save you a lot of headaches. Trust me. You want to always, especially if you're playing on realm instability, you want to always be playing with Singleton enabled if you can help it. If there's any room in your build for an anointment that's purely for convenience and you don't need it like to win, you've got to pick Singleton. All right. Do you have gambling? Of course we've got gambling. Slot machines. We got to do one experiment. Assassination, which we're working on. We've got to do slot machines and Siralopoly. Slot machines, Siralopoly. So we got that done. Okay, how are we for time? Probably coming up towards the half-hour mark. In fact, just past the half-hour mark. This always slows us down. These little chores that we have to do for the Rune of Prophecies. But of course, there is an achievement to, number 1, complete 1,000 lines for the Rune of Prophecies, and number 2, to complete... Sorry, complete 1,000 Runes of Prophecies, and then complete 5,000 lines. And right now I'm maximizing the amount of lines that I complete. Just because if I get to the point when the number of lines needed to be completed is equal to the number of Runes of Prophecies that need to be completed, then at that point I can just hand in Runes of Prophecies as soon as they become available. I did the wrong thing. I did Kino instead of Siralopoly. Ugh. More time wasted. And this is the longest game as well. Yeah, see, in terms of things that are slowing us down, it's mainly this. Part of me wants to just stop farming for anything else while please don't give me more turns. Just end this. Is there a way to... I wish there was a way to just like fast play Siralopoly. Maybe there is, and I just don't know about it. It took me... Oh, what are you doing? Oh God! Don't stop giving me... Stop giving me more turns. Okay. Yeah, maybe there's a way to fast play Siralopoly. It was very late into the series that I learned that you can fast play Kino by just pressing Y on the controller. I don't know what the keyboard shortcut is, but yeah. Anyway, with all of that distraction out of the way, let's dive in. Gotta collect coins. Oh my god. Fuck these guys, man. Vulpes are really annoying. This is getting to be a bit of a problem. Does any... You got 4 traits. I mean, hang on. 3 of your traits are from your Netherstone. You don't have a fusion trait. I'm tempted to just give my creature number 6 the trait where enemies are silenced at the beginning of combat for 1 turn. Because I don't think this creature is fused. I might just give up on making the creature like a really powerful all-purpose murderer of enemies, and instead I'll just have him be I'll just give him this sort of like utility thing. Vitality Explosion, I think, is a death spell. Hang on. Man, hang on. Let me just look this up. Another thing slowing us down. But we need to do it for the Rune of Prophecies. Vitality Explosion, I can tell you, is a death class spell, as I suspected. We got the master to find, and of course, the realm to complete. Hey, I guess we needed to find a dumpling. Nice to get that done early. And we need to kill people at the Goblet of Trials as well. Which conveniently is right here, so let's take a look. We'll summon some sorcery creatures. Sorcery, death, and life, I think. We'll do... oh, what a... wrong thing. And, I'll do some chaos as well. Just for fun. Just for fun. And then, you know, once we complete the objective, we can stop summoning things at the Rune of Prophecies. So that sounds good to me. But it is going to be slow for a while as we slog our way through all these creatures we summoned. Come on. There's our master. Carbuncle master. So, please stop. Let me remind myself. Which creature it was that had that trait. I'll know the trait. Supersonic? Yeah, supersonic. Nyx Informer. So I'll fuse my Lunatio with a Nyx Informer. Potentially. Alternatively, if there was a way to... like, run a search on the hundreds of netherstones we have to see which ones of them, if any, had that trait. It would help, but I don't think there's a way to do that in the game as it stands right now. I haven't religiously been following every single thing that's going to be added in this patch, so maybe the patch is going to give you a way to do that. I don't know that yet, though. Is there any reason to go home? No, not really. We're just gonna go. You know what? Let's get the let's try and get this done in this realm. Yeah, let's just try and get this done in this very realm. Just so in the next realm we can just hit the ground running and not have to worry about summoning people at the candle. Sounds good. Ooh, sounds good to me. New realm. Still on instability 0, random realm. And now that we've gotten the Rune of Prophecies, like the gambling stuff, and okay, nice. We do need nether portals. I'm just gonna let this be because this is gonna give us some loot and potentially some fights, but I'm gonna avoid fights that aren't necessary, if I can remember how to speak. Is there a reason to hand in this key forge? Not really. So we'll hold on to it. Oh my god, are you serious? More time wasting? More garbage. Alright. We gotta kill some dwarves as well. I don't know why that one guy was so tanky, but he's dead now. Treasure Golem is not on the hit list this time around, so we'll leave him. I shouldn't be hitting those small slot machines because I don't want them to give me unstable horror. We'll try and leave them alone for the rest of this round. There's our master, and you're not who we want, but we're gonna keep looking until we find. We will hunt this guy to the ends of the earth if we need to. Here I am, once again hitting these slot machines after I said I wouldn't. Alright, come on. Okay, a useless nether stone. I'm just gonna quickly screenshot this. And I'm just gonna continue. Hang on, where are these dwarves? I was gonna say, did I just walk past one of them? No, I didn't. Come. So it's gonna be in the one room that we haven't been in. That's funny game. Alright. And I think there's no reason not to just run immediately to another deeper realm and continue the search. We will eventually have to hand in the assassinations, so we might as well hand in the Keyforge and start a new pilgrimage now. Get a bit of a head start on the next one. Keyforge, new pilgrimage. Anybody who's at 74? So nobody on page 1 is at 74. Page 2, you are. So now we're gonna keep going. Alright. I think we're close to handing in the assassination as well. So it'll be nice to start a new one. Okay, come on. What's the deal in this realm? We just got the usual. We got enemies to kill. Mainly just because they're in our way. Don't specifically want to fight them necessarily. I just want to fight the master. Another nether realm, that's good. Just get into this fight and open these. I don't think you can leave those realms without doing that fight, which is why I did not even bother trying. So we're close to completing a line, and let me explain one thing that I said earlier. So let me go to the character achievements. Let me go to the character achievements. So look at this achievement, prophetic lineman for completing 5,000 lines. And Seeker of Truth for just turning in runes of prophecy. Now, anytime you turn in a rune of prophecy, it can have anywhere between 1 and 12 completed lines. So on average, you would need to have 5 lines per rune if you wanted to do both of these achievements at roughly the same pace. What I'm doing though is I'm doing the line completion, getting way more than 5, or more than 5 usually, just so that eventually I'll get to the point where as soon as I have any line completed, I can hand in the Rune of Prophecy. And this might not be the most efficient way to do it, but I just want to get the line thing done, because 5,000 lines is a lot. We've made a lot of progress towards it, but it's still a lot. And however you do it, it's gonna take you a long time before it's done. Okay, these guys are... Oh, they blighted themselves to death. That's always hilarious to watch whenever enemies are at the top of the timeline. What the hell are these parchments, man? That's not one of them, that's one of them. And here are the other two. Good. Alright. So now we hand in the assassination, start a new one, and we're good. So we just did the treat Imling, and now we do the trick Imler. And we just carry on. Ramses, this is gonna be fun. Is he immune to indirect damage? Well, there's only one way to find out. Only one way. No sign of the Construct Master so far, but you know what? We're patient. We will, like I said, we will hunt him to the ends of all of Siralim. We will. It doesn't matter how many masters we need to kill. We will not stop until we find this guy. Before we potentially get killed by Ramses, though, let me just check to see where the master is for this realm. Because if Ramses did kill us, it would just be very annoying to me to not know what the master was in the realm, because part of me would be like, oh, maybe that was the construct master and you just didn't know because you're being an idiot and you didn't check to see what the master was before you put yourself in a dangerous, fatal situation. So we'll do our due diligence and find him. 2 more enemies and a master as well. Don't care about the enemies, do care about the master, and that is not one of the special masters, but is gonna go down. Oh wait, it is one of the special masters. It's the Mimic Master. This is gonna be our 20th win against you. Most of them just died at the start by blighting themselves to death because of mending, I assume. One of them did live long enough for us to kill him ourselves with the fermented hops. Anyway, now we go after Ramses. Right, he makes you attack yourself. But didn't last long. Of course, every time I fight Ramses, I think of that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog and the song, the King Ramses song. King Ramses, the man in gauze. Great song, great song. The joke in that episode, or the humor in that episode, comes from the fact that everybody really hates that song for some reason, and it's one of the curses that Ramses places on them. Just there's a record player hidden somewhere that's just playing the song, and it's just everybody just the physical agony that the song inflicts on them is it's one of the things that makes the episode funny. But in actuality, the song is it's a pretty sweet song. I highly recommend it. Alright, this guy's... Wait, what? I don't know, something weird was happening with this battle. The champion mob was annoying. So was everybody else anyway. Sure, I'll try and get the paintbrush thing done. Alright, let's hit you. And that's the 5th and final robe. Where's the exit? Hopefully it's close by. Ooh, hey, another realm. One of the rare cases of the nether portal not being close to the entrance. Alright. That's nice. And yeah, we've got a whole bunch of treasure, right? So now we're gonna go into another realm. It's gonna be our second false god fight. just roll this until we get a nice bonus. Another thing that's speeding us up tremendously while we're doing this is the fact that I'm not rolling for the item bonus on most realms. Because I find that if you timed it, there would be episodes where a good number of minutes would be spent just rolling this and nothing else. I mean, sometimes it does take long, even if it's just the one realm we're doing like every 6 rounds or so. It does break the flow of it, but not having to do it every round definitely is it's liberating. Yeah, let me just. Oh my god, are you serious? Fuck these guys. Ugh. I hate timeline manipulation with a vengeance. And I guess we're doing this again. Alright. At least he's not resurrecting. Yep, okay, that's good. Excuse me? Chance to resist damage. Fuck this realm, man. Ugh. Ugh. Disgusting. Look at this nonsense. There's literally nothing we could have done to kill that enemy. This would be a horrible idea, so let's just give him more health. There's literally nothing we could have done. This is what I've said it multiple times. Like, damage caps are annoying, but at least because of how they prolong the battles, but at least it's a mechanic that you can plan around. And you can be like, okay, I will kill these guys in the minimum number of turns according to this stupid damage cap by hitting them, 4 times for 25% each. If enemies just have like a random chance of just not taking damage, there's nothing you can do. And sometimes multiple turns are spent just the enemy getting his 30% chance triggering over and over again. And with a group of 6 creatures, chances are very high, at least one of them. Look at this fucking garbage. Explain to me why these enemies deserved to live for 1 extra turn. Oh, what have I done? I've made this boss battle really bad, because we're gonna have to damage him 10 times, and then also he's gonna have a really high chance of avoiding damage. The fight hasn't even started and I'm already on tilt. I'm preemptively on tilt, just making the fight even worse for myself. Right, I gotta hunt down this master who shouldn't be that far away. We do need to answer Riddle Dwarf questions. Blood shield. My guess would be death, but it could be chaos. Blood shield, I can tell you, is a death class spell. Oh my god, this is gonna be actual agony. Fucking shield bearer in their party. Oh my god. Ugh. It wasn't that bad, but it was still pretty bad. So where is this. There you are. Okay. Let's get this boss dealt with. This could take a while. But the good news is, we've got our infinite mimic loop. We're also snaring him every single turn. So he's in for a bad time, really. But he's putting us through a bit of a rough time as well, because of these realm properties and the additional, really, prevented realm, prevented false god, prevented realm. None of his body parts took damage. Okay. Get fucked, Impington. Get fucked, dude. Come on, man. This is why I think like damage avoidance is not a good game mechanic. It's not, cause like what's the point? Why not just have if you think this is fair, that like through no fault of your own, enemies are just not going to take damage, then why not have a rule, oh, enemies don't take damage on Tuesdays? And be like, oh, you knew it was Tuesday and yet you played the game. No. It's ridiculous, right? Like, you can't have enemies just arbitrarily not taking damage for reasons that the player can't do anything about. Right? That's not a good thing. Lots of games do it, and no matter what the game is, it's just fucking dumb. It's just dumb. I'm just gonna pick this. Not even 6,000. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Right, is there a reason for us to do anything here? Now we're just waiting for things to slowly get completed. And we will slowly complete them. Let's head home. Hand in the stuff. How are we for time? We are at the 1 hour mark. Ugh. We didn't find anything. Okay, what are we gonna do? Let's do one more realm. I'm gonna set a bounty against Saint Althea. You know, let's keep going. It shouldn't take us long before the next false god fight. I'm at the wrong thing. Because we're gonna do most of it on instability 0. This realm again. 7 enemies and a master. Yeah, like, I really want to maximize my chances of finding the construct master. So maybe I should just give up on this whole Rune of Prophecies. Nonsense. Like, I shouldn't worry about, you know, going out of my way to do things, to do that while I'm also hunting for masters. I'll think about it. We have one more episode this week before the oh, fuck you, game. Why couldn't you have spawned a construct master? Oh, that's painful. That's painful. That's like you're trying to make Enigma in Diablo 2 and you find 2 Jar runes. It's like, yeah, that's a nice rare thing that you gave me, but I don't need it. I need something else. give me the other thing. Don't give me some just random rare thing that I already have. Come on, game. Come on, game. So let's get a... While we're doing this... Let's do it like this. We've already killed the master. So we just need to head home. Or head to the next realm. The next realm is all the way there, so we're probably going to be killing a lot of enemies along the way. Alright. We got 2 rare master spawns this episode. Admittedly, the Mimic Master does help us. We have 3 Mimics in our party, so that's nice. But having the God Spawn Master spawn and not the actual rare master that we're looking for was devastating. Alright, I will get this buried treasure. Where is it? Luckily it's pretty close by. I won't do the paintbrush thing, because we don't need favor with the gods for this Rune of Prophecies. So I'm just gonna move on to the next realm. God, I wish this realm was a bit more connected, because we just ran into 2 separate dead ends on the way back. I'll take a look at where this goes. If it's close, I'll pick it up. I don't even see it. I'm not gonna bother with it. We're just gonna go. Oh man. God, Spawn Master, really, game? Really? You're gonna do this to me? Alright, listen. We just gotta pick ourselves up and soldier on, you know? So what's the objective in this realm? Spheres. So this and the 2 other spheres. Okay, yeah. More masters that we don't need. More combat that we don't need. Are you serious? The one lich that wasn't... Oh, God. The one lich that wasn't... That wasn't a death creature. Oh. Yeah, let me show you what I mean. So... Most of the liches are death creatures, obviously. One of them is a sorcery creature. Let me... Look at... Death, 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 death. And there's no easy way to tell from the name either that it's a different class. right? Because they're all, even the Lich Priest, you could be like, oh, you know, Priest suggests holiness, right? So that could be like a life creature. No, that's a death creature. The Netherwalker randomly is just a sorcery creature. Well, fuck you, game. Get fucked. And if we end up not completing the Riddle Dwarf prophecy objective as a result, I'll be pretty annoyed with myself. Alright. 8 enemies in this realm. Let's immediately go after Cranax. Surprise! But he's dead. And I think normally he would try to resurrect as something, I'm not sure. But in our case, we're not really we're not in the business of letting people resurrect. That's not what we're about. If you die, you stay dead. That's very much our policy. We need a bit of help killing death creatures, so I'll summon a few of them. We gotta find the master of the realm. There's no point handing in the Rune of Prophecies. Sorry, the Keyforge mission, because I don't think we need it. Let me just check. Yeah, so any projects we complete from now on, we'll just hold on to until the next Rune of Prophecies, just in case they maybe give us a nice completion. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's keep things moving. Where, oh where could the master be? Not here. There he is. Not who we needed, but whatever. You know what I wish you could do is, if you kill all of the enemies in a realm and complete the realm quest. Sorry, and don't complete the realm quest. The next time you go in, there's... Nah, you know what? No. That's a dumb idea. You want there to be enemies every time you go into a realm just because that's part of the gameplay loop. But I just wish... I'm sure the moment I find this guy, I'll change my tune and I'll be like, I don't care about this. But in this specific moment that I find myself in right now, I would just really like for there to be a quicker way to farm masters. Gotta find geysers. Is that a master? That's an interesting looking person. No, that's just a civilian. Yeah, that's... Makes sense. That is our master. I can tell. The Clutcher Master. Alright. Leeches are sometimes immune to blight, so it's It's, you know, it's a bad place for us to be. So the quicker we leave this realm, the better. Gargantuans are also fucking dumb. Yeah. Maybe I'll add a line to my macro that if any of the creatures is a sturdy gargantuan or has the sturdy gargantuan trait, then cast Time Walk on it, or Wormhole, or something, because we don't have Time Walk. I think we only have Wormhole. Alright, Redemption. Apocrynox, yeah. Would have been at a 4 out of 5 if it wasn't for that stupid Nether Walker debacle. Where is this final geyser? And the answer is right here. And the goblet is full. So we're gonna refrain from handing it in unless the next Rune of Prophecies is asking us to. And there's no reason for us to do anything else other than just go to the next realm. Let me check what the progress is on projects. We just need to complete one more realm and then we'll be able to hand in. Wait, was that, what project was that? The experiment, yeah, okay. Oh, I'm gonna champion creature, protected. This realm is already getting on my nerves with its really annoying creature composition. Let's try and avoid those protected creatures if we can. I kind of don't even want to do this, just in case it gives us extra combat. But whatever. Alright, let's get this round finished, and let's see what we can do. Yeah, we'll definitely call it good after we. There's a portal. We'll call it good after we fight the next false god, because I think this is enough for one episode. We did find 2 rare masters, so we had 2 chances to have something good happen. Unfortunately, the game's RNG whiffed both of them. So let's hand in the Rune of Prophecies, I think, and start a new one. Yeah, I don't feel that bad because we would have only been at 4 out of 5 right now, and I would have probably handed it in anyway. Okay. This is gonna be like 8 lines completed, I think. 8 or 9, something like that. Yeah, we did the best we could. 7 lines. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, two squares were. 2 of the squares were not valid. So once again, we got a hand in our Goblet of Prowls. Again, we're gonna slow down the episode by doing prophecy stuff, but we gotta do this, you know. It's for the achievement. Hey, look at that, Dream Shade and Animator. So that's good. We gotta kill Meraxis, who should be pretty easy to take down, hopefully. I'm willing to do Gate of the Gods fights, but not arena fights, because arena takes way too long. And it can be pretty frustrating if you get given a bad party, or if the enemies get really, you know, annoying synergies. Oh my god. Stop. Okay. Keno, slot machines, scratch cards. We gotta... Oh no, we gotta do all 4 gambling games. Okay. You know what? I'll do that off screen at the end of the episode. I think it's a bit... That's a bit much. 1 hunt mission. If we're not doing a hunt, we'll start it now. Keyforge. We're already doing an assassination. I'll do the gambling off screen. And the rest of the projects can be kind of whatever. We don't have to kill people for the candle, so I can just get the kills naturally while doing these realms. And let's go. Hey, and here's our False God realm. Last round for the episode. We go in with a 382% item bonus. We're probably like an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah. Very, very deep into this episode. Long episode, but you know, we're getting a lot done. If it takes... Motherfucker. Enemies are fused with carbuncles. I hope this isn't infested with Vulpas, because that would be annoying. Loses less stats, sure. And we don't need favor with the gods, so we cannot take this, absolutely not. So I'll take that. We don't need favor with the gods, so we don't need to get into any extra combat, like with those clocks or with the gears on the ground. Immune to attack damage, I'll happily take that. Top of the timeline is another good one. Four more enemies remain. Alright, these guys are down. 2 more enemies, 1 more enemy after this. And the master, of course. That's the enemy. You know, the thing with these things giving you extra exploration would be better if it wasn't tied to your line of sight. If it just revealed everything in a radius, even things around corners. Because it could save you a bit of time. Anyway, let's... Like... Oh. I need the thing for it. I was gonna show you. It's not that important. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, let's... I guess there's no way to show this because it's already explored. Like, so for instance, the stuff to the left and right that wasn't in our line of sight, I think would not be affected. At least that's what it felt like. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. 1 and done. Trait transfusion. Is that a good trait? Let's quickly take a look. Not really, no. Let's take our anointment. And at this point, the list should start getting visibly shorter. Yes, see. Only 6 things left. So I'm just gonna take leeches. Heaping treasure gives us another nether stone that I'm just gonna screenshot. 7,000 reputation is pretty good. Alright, let's go home, set a new bounty. And wrap up the episode. You best believe we're gonna do Saint Althea. We'll keep doing her until she has 2 anointments left to give us, and then we'll wait until the game eventually asks us to set a bounty against her specifically. Because I doubt the last 2 whichever ones we're missing, I don't think they're going to be crucial. So, what was accomplished in this episode? Well, first of all, let me switch back to the Dream Shade. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have switched back to the Dream Shade before doing this realm. Because we didn't make any Rune of Prophecies progress. I'm a dummy. It's okay. It's not a huge deal. It won't set us back. Yeah, I should have done that earlier. Anyway, what was accomplished in this episode? We got 1 achievement for winning some realms as the Druid. Did we also get the Dream Shade achievement? Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. But we got the Druid one for sure. That was the only those were the only achievements we got. What we were looking for was the Master of Constructs. We found 2 rare masters. One of them was the Master of Mimics. One of them was the Master of God Spawns. We killed both of them, but sadly that's not what we needed. We needed the Master of Constructs. So, we're gonna have another episode like this for tomorrow's one. I'm recording all of these in advance, by the way. Weeks in advance. not weeks, like a week and a half in advance. Definitely before the next patch comes out, so it's possible that the next patch is going to come out while I'm still hunting for the Construct Master. I want to get this done before the next patch comes out, right? So that's just something that it would mean a lot to me to just get these master achievements finished. Look at that, 1,429 out of 1,430. We just need one more, right? Just need one more. And we came close. 2 rare masters, none of them what we needed. If we find another 2 in next episode, that's about a 36% chance that we'll find him. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's gonna be all for this one. I'll show you some of the progress we've been making on other achievements. How are we doing for defense? Already past 63,000, so this system does seem to be a very good system for getting defense done. We're slowly getting there. How are we doing for, I don't know, realm achievements, for smashing stuff? Past 77,000 for Homewrecker, that's pretty good. Yeah, other than that, I think it's just time to say, it's time to call it. It's time to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you'll join me tomorrow as we continue this this hunt. And until then, take care.